Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om everybody. And just a gentle reminder, as Swamiji had suggested in the last class, for all of us to memorize the verse, one of the most important verses, 21st verse of the 3rd chapter which we are doing. So Swamiji had suggested that we should all chant it together 3 times in the beginning. So we are unmuting everybody. Allow the participants to unmute. Yes. So everybody can unmute your mics. I request everybody to unmute your mics. Please unmute your mics. And
you can't unmute for everybody?
I can't unmute. I can allow them to unmute themselves, but I can't compulsorily unmute them. So
Ashish Mitra is still in mute. Some people are mute. You just see and call their names and then ask them to unmute. Announce their names.
I request everybody to just wait, and the mics are on, so please avoid any crosstalk. And on Swamiji's cue, we will chant the verse 3 times. Request everybody. It's a divine verse, so please join. Request everybody to unmute yourself.
Monica Segal, Nagaraj, Neelam Gautam. Some people are not yet unmuted.
May I request the remaining people to unmute your mics, please? After we chant 3 times, we'll again mute everybody.
So many people, I don't want to read out all their names.
Sure, Swamiji.
It won't look nice for them.
Request everybody, the mics are on, so I mean too many mics are on, so please let us avoid any crosstalk or any other background noise. Please be conscious about it. Request everybody to unmute, whoever is left. Everybody, the mics are on. I think you can start, Swamiji.
I think 3 more people are not in the before class.
Once again, finally requesting everybody to unmute your mics, and as Swamiji has suggested, we will chant verse number 21 of chapter 2 together.
Okay, start chanting. Start. 1, 2, 3, together. I think 3 more people are
यदाचरति श्रेष्ठस्तदेवेतरो जनः प्रमाणं कुरुते
आचरति श्रेष्ठ
यदाचरति श्रेष्ठस्तदेवेतरो
प्रमाणं
जनः
तदनुवर्तते Thank you, everybody. And thank you, everybody, for participating. It was not important how it came out. It was what was more important that we all chanted this great verse together. So that's perfectly fine. The more important was the effort to chant together as Swami had suggested. So
Can somebody chant it single? Not all of us. Can somebody chant it properly?
Yeah, let me do that. I'm muting everybody once again, and I'll chant. Yadyadacharati shresthaha tattadevetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. This was the verse, chapter number 3, verse 21. Now
Two more times.
Yes, Swamiji. Yes, Swamiji. Yadyadacharati shresthaha tattadevetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. Yadyadacharati shresthaha tattadevetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for chanting.
So, Bhavana, can you please put this?
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Yadyadacharati sreshtaha tattadevetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. This is a shloka which we saw last Saturday. So yet acharati. Acharati means one who practices, demonstrates. Sreshta Purusha. Who is the Sreshta Purusha? The best among the men. Who is the best among the men? You and I. As Gurudev says, as long as even there is a single individual who is looking up to us to draw inspiration, and there are some people who are following us, knowingly, you may not know, but there are many people who follow you. As we said, man is an imitating animal. So Krishna says, what you demonstrate, what you practice, tat tad eva itaro janaha anukaranti. That and that alone, all the people around you follow that. And whatever you consider something as pramana, as a great standard in life, the way you speak, the way you act, the importance that you give as the importance, that you give to certain things in life. So parents, suppose if they consider early morning getting up, giving arati to puja and arati or dhupa deepa naivedya, or sitting together and practicing yoga or meditation, or mother and father demonstrating even for 10 minutes at least to sit together and study some kind of a good book or Vedanta or any Shastra. I know one family, even now they are grown. When we were young, they were also like our brothers. The family of some are younger to me, some are elder to me. I'm talking of 40 years before. 40 years before, even more than that, 43, 44 years before. And they kept this practice. What is the practice? I told some of the people in that family is this one. They always have a certain family value. So the mother and father, they have been doing a regular Ramana Maharshi puja in the altar. And every Sunday going to one particular hospital on dot, not as per your choice. Exactly 3:45 p.m. that they have kept it. Early morning 3:45, perhaps they get up and Brahma Muhurta, and exactly after 12 hours, they distribute some kind of prasad, vibhuti for wishing all the patients in a hospital. And I also used to go with them to distribute vibhuti packets. 3:45, we should start distributing. And every day night, studying some kind of portion from Ramana Maharshi books before sleeping. And this continued for years. Even today, some of the activities, every Tuesday, worship of Ramana Maharshi, but they have selected some kind of the protocol, I would say. Self-made discipline. Because the parents are doing, and everybody was started doing right from childhood. And whatever they considered as standard, that alone children also have followed it. So the very important crux line in us in this sloka is that how you are demonstrating and what you are demonstrating, how is your lifestyle in general. That's one thing. Second thing is, beware, there are many people who are watching us in the world outside. I may not know for whom all I am inspiration. So this is, therefore, Bhagavan Krishna said, very important is that do things, what you practice and what you consider as a standard in life. प्रमाण, किस चीज को लेकर के आप स्टैंडर्ड मानकर, प्रमाण मानकर आप जीवन में जीते हैं, उसी को बाकी सभी लोग, जितने भी लोग आप पर निर्भर होकर जी रहे हैं, सिर्फ जीविका के लिए ही नहीं, आपके दृष्टिकोण अपनाते अपनाते कहीं लोग जी रहे हैं. So this is a beautiful verse. Again, I'm repeating two things. What you demonstrate, acharati, and what you consider as a pramana, as a standard in life. That alone people follow. So my question is, before we ask whether children are not changing and these are all not following values and all that, that's the later part. First, am I demonstrating in my life? That's very important. Okay, so 22nd verse, very beautiful verse this is. And third chapter is lovely in its own way. So it has its own special charm. Because it speaks to us, all of us. Every whole Geeta is like that, of course. But each chapter has its own, that's why a great commentary of a great Mahatma. I am trying to get the books. I am not getting them. They're out of print, I think. That is not in Hindi or English. Maybe English translation might be there. 18 volumes he wrote. And that's what he wrote. Every chapter is called Pushpam. Pratama Pushpam, Dvitiya Pushpam, Tritiya Pushpam, Chaturtha Pushpam, Panchama Pushpam. Everything is a beautiful 18 different flowers, but all together as a garland. The string is passing through. String of beauty of life, human life. Beauty of karma, jnana, bhakti, yoga. Everything is passing. So in that way, every chapter is unique. So Krishna says, Name parthasti kartavyam
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम्
त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन
त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन
नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यम्
नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यम्
वर्त एव च कर्मणि
वर्त एव च कर्मणि
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम् त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यम् वर्त एव च कर्मणि. Beautiful thing. Now see, in this life, we as human beings, we think. We are so conditioned to think in this way. How, what way? Without any selfish reason, without anything to gain. If there is nothing to gain, even in some kind of, suppose at least some works I do only for satisfaction. I want to gain satisfaction. Therefore, I work. And moreover, we are obliged. We are under, all of us are under heavy obligation, including me. I am obliged to study, obliged to give talks, obliged to meet people, obliged to travel. So this is my work. So kartavya karma. And we are all pressurized by that, and we have to do the karma. So we are not free. Loads and loads of responsibilities fall on us from birth to death. Study is a responsibility. Job is a responsibility. Marriage is a responsibility. Children are responsibility. How you construct an ashram is a responsibility. You couple of chelas are their responsibility. How do you feed them? How to provide them books? How to provide them clothes? How to provide them medical aid? How to run the ashram? So, if really life may, everything, we are obliged, kartavya karmas, duties, obligatory duties. So we have many, many things to be done. And we cannot get rid of them. So therefore we are working. So that means what? Given a chance to us, if suppose company says work, your office people say, or whatever it is, wherever you are working, okay, 1 month need not come, but we give you salary, you will opt it. Very good. Thank you very much. I relax. That means what? When there is no motivation, underline my words, when there is no motivation, we are not interested to work. So our work is prompted by some motivation. Either money, name, fame, comfort, material profits. Something motivated. Motivation is required. So the motivation for that, suppose that somebody says, no need to come to office, we can take the salary. I'm more happy because I am not obliged now to work. Krishna says, hey Partha, name asti kartavyam. For me, O Partha, I don't have to be motivated. There is nothing motivates me. I don't have any sense of duty. Kartavya karma. I am not obliged to anybody in this cosmos. As Krishna, He had not, he has no, Bhagavan Krishna says, I was not born with vasanas. I was not compelled. It is by my free will that I came. I am working. And I never get attached. My life was a constant journey. I never turned back. Born in Mathura, grew in Gokul. When he Gokul left, he never came back to Gokul, went to Mathura. And after killing Kamsa, he did not become the king. He made Ugrasena as the king. And then he was protecting the Mathura. When Jarasandha was attacking many times. But then he, without any ego, he became Ranachod, left the battlefield and ran away because Jarasandha's enmity is not with the people of Mathura. He says, Bhagavan Krishna Balarama thought, this fellow's enmity is with us. And he is torturing every time, attacking Mathura 17 times. He attacked. Every time there's a loss of money, loss of people. Economy is going down, draining. So then why is he fighting with us? Is he really not happy and then the people of Mathura are his enemies? No. Krishna and Balarama are his enemies. So, hum chhod denge. Let the town be peaceful, let the city be peaceful, and the kingdom be peaceful. And thus they left. He was not attached. Then he was, okay, and then afterwards what? He had moved to Dwaraka, Krishna. He beautifully built from wasteland or no land. I mean, where there is no kingdom. He just built Dwaraka. And he made whom? Vasudeva as the king. He was never king. Then he moved to Hastinapur to guide Pandavas. Made them win. And made Yudhishthira as the king. He fought with many people. But none of their kingdoms, he always established their children on throne. Like what Bhagavan Rama did after killing, Sugriva and his brother Vali. Angada became king. And Lanka also, Bhagavan Ramji has seated Vibhishana on the throne. So these Bhagavan Krishna says, I don't have anything, that means no obligation because I have no attachment towards anything. Now my question is, in this world, what are you motivated by? This is the question asked in general. What is your motivation in life? Bhagavan Krishna says, I have no motivation. I have no obligation. Yet I am working. It's a beautiful thing, is it not? Like our Puja Gurudev. All great Mahatmas, they are not obliged to work for us, but they love humanity. Out of compassion, they just work. Even today, God masters are working, visible and invisible. Otherwise, how do we invoke? Why do we invoke those great Mahatmas? Think. So, first point is, Arjuna, I don't have any kartavya karma. Where? Trishu lokeshu, not only on earth. In all the three worlds. Very beautiful. I have no obligation. Purbuha swaha. Earth, intermediate region, and the heavens. I don't have any obligation in these three worlds. I am not compelled. I am not forced. I am not obliged. There is no desire in me. So there is nothing hanging in front of me to get motivated by money, name, fame, comfort, etc. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana, even a wee bit of it. Wonderful. Kinchana api, anything. Nothing is there for me to do. Na anavaptavyam avaptavyam. And I had to see, there was nothing unattained by me in the past till now. Is there anything not attained by you? Bhagavan Krishna said, there is nothing unattained by me. मुझे ये प्राप्त न हुआ, नहीं हुआ, ऐसे कोई चीज नहीं है, जीरो। So nothing unattained by me. Na aptavyam, or something to be attained in future. So there is nothing unattained by me that should be attained by me in future. If there is something unattained, then I have to struggle to attain that in future. That becomes praptavyam, which is to be procured, attained. Nothing. So there's no compulsion, no obligation, no motivation, nothing to be achieved. Ever eternally full in all three worlds. Then what am I doing? Varta eva cha karmani. I am constantly engaged in action. So this is the motivationless motivation, or desireless motivation. So I'm just available for the world. Whoever invokes me, I'm ready to, I'm responding. Instantly I'm responding to their prayer. To the extent one can tune to Lord Krishna, to that extent Lord Krishna instantly sends blessings. Can you imagine that state? We have a targets, everybody has targets. Targets are there. I have a target. I have to complete this many talks and this many programs this month, this many invitations have come. These many people wanted to meet me, provide them time for them. Think. So there is a state wherein we are born. Okay, because of obligation. Because of karma vasanas, we are born. Having born, can I simply all fulfill my responsibilities, do all those actions for which I am born, without expecting anything in return? That alone we can do. But Bhagavan says, I don't have any obligation also, yet I am working. Interesting. Then Bhagavan Krishna continues. The 22, 23, 24 shlokas are personal example of Bhagavan Krishna. Bhagavan Krishna gives his personal example. Why he is working. So we can keep Krishna as our goal, as our inspiration, as our role model. And Puja Gurudev was like that. And many Mahatmas are like that. There is no necessity for them to work. They are free, liberated. No motivation. Not whipped by passion, lust, greed, or no goal, nothing. Yet they are working. Therefore, next verse, 23rd. Yadi hyayam na varte, yadi hyaham na varteyam.
Yadi hyaham na varteyam.
Jatu karmanyatandritaha.
Jatu karmanyatandritaha.
Mama vartmanu vartante.
Mama vartamanu vartante.
Mama vartmanu vartante. Manavartmanuvardante Manushya Partha Sarvashah.
Manushya Partha Sarvashah.
Yedi Yaham Navarteyam Jatu Karmanyatandritaha Mama Vartmanuvartante Manushya Partha Sarvashah. Vartma, Vartma, W-O-R-T-H-M-A, Vartma. Sometimes English is a better way of, teaching Sanskrit pronunciation. Vartma, W-O-R-T-H-M-A, Vartma. Bas ho gaya. Mama Vartma na Vartante. Anuvartante, sorry. Mama Vartma Anuvartante. No, see, Bhagavan Krishna says, Yadi, if aham navarteyam, and if I am not engaging myself in action, suppose Bhagavan is not working on earth only, let us see. Krishna was born as Krishna, let us take first. Then I will give you another meaning, dimension later on. As Bhagavan Krishna, he is not a role model. He is not an inspiring. Yadi aham na varteyam. If I am not engaged in action. And what is that? Karmani atandritaha. Ever working. I'm always, jatu means continuously. Continuously, if I am not engaged in action. So first one, no motivation, no obligation, no compulsion. They're all same almost. The words I'm using. Not pressurized by karma. No vasanas. Number one. Unattained was something was there unattained, therefore I have to attain that. What I have not attained, I have to put my effort. That also doesn't exist. Yet I am jatu atandritaha karmani varteyam. Jatu means ever, continuously, non-stop. Another important thing, atandritaha means without getting bored. Underline Maharaj, we get bored our routine work. Swami ji thak gaya. Abhi main sannyas lena chahta hu. Kai log bolte hain. Sannyas mane? Bas, ghar mein baithta hu. I'm retired life I wanted to. I want to practice spirituality. And vasanas are so much. And you resign the job and you don't know what to do. Isse acha tum kaam naukri karte raho bhai. So the one who really is withdrawn, really the mind really withdrawn from the outer world, he doesn't proclaim, he just simply demonstrates it. So even though out of some occasional emotional jerk, if I resign the job, I'll suffer, I'll face so many consequences of it. Negative consequences. So Bhagavan Krishna says, even though I am of this type, I'm not repeating again. Atandritaha, without getting bored, I am constantly engaged, continuously engaged, non-stop engaged in action. And when I continuously work, any work I do, we get bored. We get bored. Housewife complains, मैं कितने साल तक खाना बनाते रहूंगी? Or the man complain, or the working man complain, working women complain, working women at house they complain, students complain. In a way, we are not happy with the routine work that we are supposed to do. We get bored. We may do. We get bored. नौकरी बदलना है, क्यों? बोर हो रहा है। बदलना है तो बदलो, बट बोर हो रहा है इसलिए बदल रहा हूं, ये गलत है। I want to explore new opportunities. I want to learn new things. I want to test myself in the new company, new environment, new friends, new colleagues, new bosses, new subordinates. Therefore, I want to learn something new. Okay, welcome. मैं तो मजा नहीं आ रहा है नौकरी में। लोग है ना, एक दो उपनिषद सुनते हैं या कुछ चार पांच ग्रंथ या 4-5 किताबें सुन के और बोलते मुझे वैराग्य हो गया, मैं संन्यास लेना चाहता हूँ, कुछ नहीं करना चाहता हूँ। आई वॉन्ट टू गो टू हिमालयास एंड स्टे देयर। आजकल मन नहीं लग रहा है कुछ भी करने का। आई एम बोर्ड, आई वॉन्ट टू विड्रॉ। तो मैं कहता हूँ आप 4-5 किताब पढ़ने के बाद ऐसा हो गया हो, देन व्हाट शुड बी माय कंडीशन देन? Technically speaking, we have been reading many books since years. Then what should be level of our so-called inverted karma detachment, what you are talking about? हमें कितना होना चाहिए फिर so-called वैराग्य, that you are thinking that it is वैराग्य, इस तरह की भावना? So, non-stop, without getting bored, but no desire, no obligation, not pressurized. If I don't work, यदि aham na varteyam, if I don't work like this, non-stop, without getting bored, if I don't engage myself in action, what will happen? Human beings follow my example. Mama vartman vartante. They take to my path. They take to my way. Oh, Krishna is not working. Why should I work? Puja Gurudev. And we know Gurudev was our inspiration. I don't know how many of you have seen him physically. Already 30 years now ho gaya. Gurudev left body, 29 years ho gaya. I don't know how many of you have seen him. What an action. Where is that energy coming from? First of all, we are nobody before Gurudev. Even physically also we cannot follow his schedules. Physical body. Mentally, intellectual, different dimensions altogether. Okay, physically, can you be with Gurudev for 1 week? Okay, do nothing. Just travel with him. Be there. See, observe him. 50, 60 letters per day you would write. I will more letters somewhere. Writing letters in those days, no messages. When no SMS, fax had come later on. Hardly people use fax. So writing letters only Puja Gurudev. How many people were having fax in 30 years back? That in those days, we used to send a fax letter only when some officers, urgent letters, 50, 60 rupees fax per page. $60, $70 letters, 100 letters, meetings, morning talk, evening talk, afternoon talks, visiting to the houses, handling problems, administration problems, guiding, traveling. So that was a jump. So that's why Swami Chidananda Maharaj, Swami Shivananda's disciple, Swami Chidananda Ji Maharaj, Divine Love Society, who was Guru Bhaya Puja Gurudev. When Gurudev attained Samadhi, we were all there. When he was doing Pradakshina around Samadhi of Gurudev, 30 years back, 29 years back, Chidananda told one beautiful thing. He said, Swami Chinmayananda did work of 10 lives in one life. 10 जन्म में जो आदमी काम कर सकता है, उतना काम एक ही जन्म में कर दिखाया, करके चला गया. He used the body like anything. Such a great Mahatma. That's why Gurudev was peak Karma Yogi, peak Jnana Yogi, peak Bhakta. Devotion to Rishis, devotion to country, devotion to God, devotion to people. Devotion to the Supreme Self, the devotion to Supreme, but devotees, people, devotion to the people is devotion to Supreme Self. The pledge also it contains. So Puja Gurudev demonstrated. And the great Mahatmas, the 24/7, even now they are working. And apart from that, invisible, so many forces are working. Devatas are working. Bhagavan Krishna is working. Krishna says, if I am not working like this, constantly engaging in dialogues, waging wars, protecting people, ever smiling, and no smile has never faded on the face of Bhagavan Krishna. So Krishna says, if I don't engage myself in action constantly and continuously without getting bored, Gurudev translated as without relaxation, without getting bored is another one, Mahatma translated. People follow me as their example, and I'll be the responsible for their destruction. Sarvashaha, in all ways, in every way, people will follow me. They quote me, they take my example. Krishna did not work. We don't have any chance also. गुरुदेव जब सोते थे, गुरुदेव आराम करते थे, ऐसा कम कई मुश्किल था हमारे जीवन में. Hardly he would sleep for 3-4 hours. We have seen him. We have seen him. And neither our bodies cooperate, nor mind can stretch, nor intellect can have capacity. I don't know how he bore that body, so that all the physical stress and strain. And no boredom. Same Geeta, spoke on same example, sometimes same stories, 42 years, constantly moving all over the world. Inspired lakhs and lakhs of people. In fact, crores of people. Right from 50 to 52 onwards. 1951 onwards. So, Krishna says, not only on globe, I'm talking physically. I am an example in creation. Not only on globe, I'm talking about. As a globe body, Krishna with the physical body, he was demonstrating constantly working. No pity paltriness, no cheap thinking, no मुझे क्या मिलता है, इससे कोई फायदा नहीं तो मैं क्यों काम करूं. That is our dealing. So our consciousness should really, unfold and free ourselves from this body identification. And grow inside and move in the world outside. How? Just demonstrate where you are, and automatically the Lord will use you in higher and higher and higher and greater fields, subtler and subtler fields. You just demonstrate right from today, from now onwards. And see the change. With all my love for you all, I'm talking. Demonstrate. Have some kind of sankalpa. These are the things I bring my kin. Slowly you change, not at once. All things, 10 changes right from tomorrow. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Even one change you bring, you will be inspiration for people around you. So Krishna gives an example, universal example he gives. Not only on this earth I'm talking, as a physical Krishna with a physical body, as a spirit, all-pervading spirit I am, as a creator, as a Ishvara. He gives an example. Utside yurime lokaha.
Utside yurime lokaha.
Nakuryam karma chedaham.
Nakuryam karma chedaham.
Sankarasya cha kartasyam.
Sankarasya cha kartasyam.
Vahanyami ma prajaha.
Upahanyamimah prajaha.
Utside yurime lokaha. Nakuryam karma chedaham. Sankarasya cha kartasyam. Upahanyami ma prajaha. All these words, see they ukhad jayega, destroy what? All these words. Not only 3 words, Bhagavan Krishna talking, only 3 words he said, Trishulokeshu Kinchana. But all the words are in him. 14 words. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Tala, Atala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapaha. All the 14 lokas are in him. And he is support of all the 14 lokas. Taking care of everything. So, ime lokaha means these words, Arjuna, which I am seeing because I am pervading. It is my words. All these words, as though he is seeing and talking. As though not here, he is seeing. As though we show the articles in the house and physical articles, ye sab sare cheezein. Ime lokaha utsideyu. All these worlds would perish if I don't engage in action. Nakuryam karma chetaham. If I don't engage myself in action, all these worlds will perish. If Bhagavan is not working, no world can exist even for a fraction of a second. A moment it will disappoint, it will disappear. Bhagavan, Ishvara, is holding all the creation in his sankalpa. If his sankalpa is withdrawn, just perishes. It's a, I don't know, it's a just, oh yeah, all worlds create, or just disappear. They get destroyed. How much work, how much energy in the cosmos, in the galaxies, movement of planets, order, rhythm, law. Most precision dharmas. Dharma is there, Each one has its own dharma. Bhagavan Krishna says, Sankarasya cha kartasyam. And otherwise, I will be the author of creating confusion. Of what? Of caste, Sankara. Not only caste I'm talking about. Meaning, the entire dharma gets confused. Suppose, what is fire dharma? To burn. Rasoham apsukaunteya. The water dharma is sapidity. That a particular thing, that because of which a particular thing is a thing, that's called dharma, which is upholding it. And also on Prithvi, Sankara, author of caste, confusion of caste means what? Responsibilities, duties, everything gets confused. If I don't systematically work, I'm holding everything. And all these upahanya mima prajaha, all these human beings, not only human beings, all the beings would perish. So sitting in the lap of Paramatma, sitting in the heart of Paramatma, some people say there is no God. Where is God? Like a baby fish asked the mummy fish, Mummy, 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 where are we born from? She said, Mummy said, water. From water we are born. Where are we existing? In water. Where do we die? In water. The baby asked, where is water? Mummy said, all around you, in you, outside you. Everywhere water. You are in water and water is in you. That little fish ran 2-3 rounds. Where I cannot see, I cannot feel. I don't see water anywhere. That is like us. We are in the Paramatma, existing in Paramatma, supported by Paramatma, and we claim that we don't know him. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, all the pristine glory of everything. This is law, how confident we are. When I strike a matchstick, fire will come. What a confidence we have in it. Dharma. In the wood, there is fire. That fire is brought out by friction. It's a dharma. And the dharma, I have tremendous confidence, isn't it? Tremendous confidence I have. I eat food and I sleep saying good night, tomorrow morning we meet. I know tomorrow morning will be there. Sun will rise because faith on earth, faith on sun. How much we are living, taking it for everything granted. You sow a seed, expect a plant will come, mango seed, mango tree. Are we thinking how we are living in our life? Utterly. I eat food, did it be digested? Unless you are sick, that's different issue. These are all dharmas, When dharma is not there, then you fall sickness. Then beings will perish. So Bhagavan Krishna says, all these worlds will perish if I don't work. But then, do I really need to work? No. Why am I working? For jivas? It is for jivas' desire to enjoy this world. I am creating this world again and again. Every kalpa after kalpa, I throw this. Srishti will come out because of me. Brahma will work, prompted by me. Brahma will create this entire worlds. And in that also some worlds will perish at some different timings. I am not going into all those details. So jivas have desires. They want to be liberated. They have but plenty of desires for their vasana's sake. Samasti vasanas. For that sake, the creation is happening. Lord is free and is supporting every one of us. You have a desire to listen to Geeta, your vasana is there, and you are provided an opportunity. I have a desire to learn and share, the vasana is there to talk, therefore God is providing me an opportunity. Utside yurme lokaha. Nakuryam karma chedaham, sankarasya cha kartasyam, upahanyam ima prajaha. So Arjuna, that is my exam. And you are constantly complaining that I don't want to work now. How should I work then? With what attitude I should work? How should Krishna tell Arjuna? You keep inspiration. Your inspiration as Mahatmas. Wise people, you must keep them, like our Puja Gurudev, like Swami Vivekananda. And many Mahatmas are there. We cannot take all the names now. And there are spiritual giants. Many others are working 24/7, but their motivations are there. Desires are there. They want to prove something to somebody. For some people work, I want to prove something to someone, to the world that I am better. Therefore I work. I want to earn money, name and fame. Therefore I work. I want to distribute. My desire is to serve society. Therefore, I'm working. So we are prompted, lashed by some desires, some motivations. Bhagavan is such that, then in that case, how should we now shift our focus from this lower level of thinking to higher level of thinking? The shift on consciousness and understanding, it has to take place. Same word, same people, same work. No change. But I am operating from deeper and deeper levels of consciousness. More and more, I am going deeper and deeper. And so more I go in my depths of my heart, from there, the depth from which I operate in this world outside matters a lot. Superficially, like a street dogs, if you were fighting, grabbing, barking, comparing, demanding, jealousy, hatred. It's a wretched life. So Krishna says, rise above these things and keep somebody as a goal. Look at the Mahatmas in this world and then draw inspiration from them and work. So more about it, we will see next Saturday. Thank you. So next Saturday, we have to start from 25th verse. Okay. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunad Maharaj Ki Jai. Hari Om. Thank you all. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you for today's class. Thank you everybody for joining. We'll see you again next week. Tomorrow we have Bhajagovindam class at 10 a.m. as usual. All those who are joining or who are participating, we look forward to see you. Hari Om everybody. Thank you. Hari Om. Bhavana, we can close the session.
Yes, ma'am.